Expect early clouds to hazy sun on Thursday, turning warm and pleasant. Good Wednesday night, East Tennessee. David Aldridge, Captain Accurate here from the Captain Accurate Weather Command Center. Well, you can see from the Ultimate Doppler Radar, all is dry. Ultimate Doppler Radar presented by A1 Fincham Heating and Cooling, focused on customer satisfaction. They won't quit until you're happy. Check them out at a1fincham.com. Now, that was not the case today. We had a few surprise showers. But where did we see them? Take a look. You need more evidence. This goes back about 6 hours. You see a couple of showers in Blount County, Knox County, and then it kind of faded away. Kind of like danced in place. Not everybody got a few drops, but some did and said, hey, I'll take it, like a bonus feature, because we know most of the rain we get this week comes in on Friday. And that's all associated with a very southern system down toward Macon and down toward Columbus and Montgomery into Alabama. But all that rain is trying to work its way east. They've got more showers in Florida at this hour with no or very little thunder at this particular time. Miami's getting heavier rains there in yellow as that's beginning to work its way again to the east. Now expect plenty of clouds tonight. We'll call it mostly cloudy, but I'm not expecting surprise showers to present themselves overnight tonight. Should be pretty quiet, and those early clouds will erode as we head into time tomorrow morning. So once those clouds get out, hazy sun, we're back in the lower to mid-70s. Lower to mid-70s. Now today, we got up to 69. And it was 72, to be fair, in Oak Ridge. I can get to that almanac, but you can see how random these showers appeared between Nashville, Knoxville, and then pretty much exited the region. High temperature today, I mentioned, was 69. That's 9 degrees above normal. The record high, 78 from 2005, and we started the morning off at 42 degrees. Now, we did see 72 in Oak Ridge, 66 in Morristown, 65 in Newport, and if I were to guesstimate here, what we had in Sevierville and Greenville would have been in the 60s, about 64 Greenville and 67 in Sevierville for earlier today. But again, tomorrow should be about 73 in town, so it should be a little warmer. High temperatures hit 69 in Nashville, 67 today in Chattanooga and Memphis. We are watching some tropical development here in November, kind of rare because we're in a strong El Nino year where we usually see less activity in the Atlantic. So all those red areas, the billowing cloud tops, are going to produce very likely some very heavy rains, flooding rains for Jamaica, parts of Haiti, and maybe eastern Cuba, to throw in a couple areas. And this is all highlighted in that 50 percentile range from the National Hurricane Center. They kind of point where it's going. It'll go from south to north. And they have also labeled another probability chance of 10% around the Bahamas and northward. So there's still some development potentially on the table. If we get 2 named storms, we'll round out this year's list. We've gone through Sean and Tammy, so Vince and Whitney would be the next names if we get that far. Headlines: early clouds of sun tomorrow. Check. Showers well needed Friday and Friday night, and especially Friday night will be arriving. And then much cooler sun on Saturday for the Vols game, which I'll show you that forecast here in mere moments. But cooler sun, temperatures struggling to get to 60. Here's the big game. Of course, go Big Orange. It's a 3:30 game on CBS. Kickoff temperature at Neyland Stadium, 60. I've gone to 55 now for halftime, and with a fourth quarter, should be in the upper 40s, so a light jacket will be helpful. I understand from the reports that Dolly Parton will be there, and I guess if she sings, it's going to be a big deal. Maybe she'll sing Rocky Top. Then the whole place will erupt, I suspect, but maybe you're thinking the same thing. Georgia Bulldogs, 10-0. And, of course, we're number 21 now after what I call the Missouri Massacre. But we'll come back. Boy, if we beat Georgia on Saturday, I think it'll make up for all the ills. We'll have totally changed the vibe for this season, for sure, if we can take down number 1 Georgia. Future rainfall looks like this. You'll notice there's not a whole lot to talk about between now and 5 o'clock Friday morning. We take it to noon on Friday. It's lunchtime, and maybe we've had a few more than just a few drops, just 0.02 of an inch, barely measurable. But once we go into 5 o'clock, it starts to fill in maybe a wee bit more, and then it gets dark. And if we're hopeful, which I'm hopeful, we'll get anywhere from 1/4 to 1/3 of an inch based on the data that's coming in now. Some of the models just a day ago was maybe closer to a 1/2 inch to an inch, but it seems like the trend is pulling it back, which of course is not good news for us. Thanksgiving is around the corner. I'm going to show you the 7-day, which takes you to the busiest travel day of the year, the 22nd of November. That's Wednesday. But if you are planning or going someplace around for Thanksgiving, maybe you're going to Grandma's house, take note, because Grandma's house on Thanksgiving Day, Black Friday, and all the days that take you to the 29th average out to something very cold. Oh, yes. And oh, yes, if we were to look at the precipitation chances, it's above average. So when you can throw in colder than average temperatures and above average precipitation, now I mean, it doesn't take an atmospheric scientist to figure this out. We could have some snow. You didn't just say the four-letter word. Yes, we could be talking snow right into early December. So I hope that you're going to be ready for an early start. I hope as we get closer to meteorological winter, which is December 1st, by the way, that hopefully you'll have some snow boots and maybe some gloves, at least at the ready, because we'll be watching this. And I encourage you to join us on Captain Accurate Premium if you want the play-by-play. I mean, this is just the generic blanket statement. November 23rd to November 29th. That's a pretty big range. Yeah, well, my premium members get the day-to-day update. So I give them a lot more information than you would imagine. And you only know it if you join us on Premium and test it out. You can always cancel anytime. It's only $4.99 for the whole month. And I think it's the best bargain in East Tennessee if you are a weather enthusiast. Futurecast shows those drops of rain trying to move away. Looks like even trying to hold on there. But I do suspect the clouds will erode and we'll find a mostly sunny finish to the day. Then we cloud up tomorrow night. Front comes in from the west. We get some Friday rains. Ah, that looks nice, doesn't it? Oh, it sure does. 5 o'clock. Got some rain over Knoxville. I think my lawn, which is crunchy and dry, will slurp this rain up. And then it continues even into the latter part of the evening. Now, I suspect there could still be a few remnant showers in the foothills and Smokies at 6, 7, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. So if you're in the foothills, if you're in the Smokies, maybe you're camping, don't be surprised if some of those showers get hung up in those areas, as it will be moving out of like Crossville and Jamestown very quickly, obviously, tomorrow evening, Friday evening. And once it's gone, but it may get hung up in the Smokies themselves. And then it's all sunshine for the big game we know is at 3:30 as the big area of high pressure moves in from Illinois and Indiana. So let me get to the forecast. Notice how mild it is. The normal low is 38. 38. We're going to be at 45. I know. It's still cool. 45 is cool. But it's not 38. If 38 is normal, the only cold one I have there really is Middlesboro at 36. But if we're at 45 in Knoxville, that would be 7 degrees above normal for the overnight low. Tonight, we're talking mostly cloudy skies, still cool, light and variable winds. Then we jump ahead to tomorrow, 73. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a 75 in Newport and maybe a few 75s in the Southern Valley. It's on the table. So we're talking low to mid 70s. That's why I say if you have a chance to get out of work, maybe an extra hour, maybe take a late lunch, because we're getting these highs now between 3:30 and 4. Between 3:30 and 4, if it's in the low to mid 70s, would you want to be in the office or outside? That's up to you. But I'm just trying to give you the weather intel so that weather hopefully doesn't surprise you like the drops of rain did today. Tomorrow, we're looking for a high of 73. That's in the shade. Early clouds give way to hazy sunshine turning warm. Winds about 3 to 8 miles per hour. Here's your Captain Accurate Weather Authority forecast for Knoxville and East Tennessee. So early clouds to hazy sun. I've got 60% chance of rain during the day on Friday, but 80% at night. 80 was kind of popping up there too soon, but mostly sunny is really the theme for Saturday. But you spend all day in the 50s. Why do I know that? How do I see that? You see how the low is 50 and the high is 60? Well, the whole day is in the 50s. It kind of flatlines. But if we nudge a 60 right at kickoff at 3:30, well, so be it. Sunshine comes back on Sunday, 61. And then I've got more rain, especially Tuesday, a 60% chance. But then the busiest travel day is Wednesday. If some early rain lingers, okay. But it's a lot colder. That day, we're in the 40s and don't get out of the 40s. So I tell you what, it could get sharply colder from Thanksgiving on. And I'll have more on that coming up in the days to come. So I'll have another update, of course, tomorrow evening. By the way, you can keep track of it all using the Captain Accurate Weather app with Pete Michaels Traffic. It has a brand new weather update. I love it because we have now what's called a dark mode. That means it's easier on the eyes, easier to make out the snow up there in the Great Lakes on the left. But it has an improved lap speed, an improved laps bar, past 2 hours, real-time radar, and future model radar all in one product. That's fantastic. It just push the button at the bottom. The cloud will go from left to right. You'll get past, present, and future all in one fell swoop. And it's pretty fantastic. If you haven't tried it yet, newly stylized legends above the map as well. So I'm really proud of the app, update, and of course you get Pete Michaels Traffic, which again is key because Pete Michaels, the best traffic reporter in Knoxville, hands down. Just go to the App Store and Google Play. Well, my name is David Aldrich. Some people call me Captain Accurate. It's not easy being accurate. Clearly, I wasn't accurate with those surprise drops today, but we'll do better next time. My name is David Aldrich. We'll see you here next time. Take care.